Hello, I'm Karen and welcome to 2025 and welcome to my video. And in this one we're showing how to make the Captain of America shield cushion, and this is the second part of the video, so I'm showing you how to make these straps to go on the back so that you can have lots of fun with this little cushion. Okay, so ultimately we're going to be making these, okay, and that's what we're going to make on the back. So you're going to use the same yarn that we did for the back. So I'm using this silvery grey colour, and I'm just wondering, should I have a different colour background for this? Yeah, let's change the background. There we go. Okay then, so we're using the silvery grey, and we are going to do, which I call it the V8 stitch. So you do a chain of 3 and then you work, this is the treble crochet stitch if you're in the UK, or it's a double crochet stitch if you're in the US. And so you want to make, so chain 2 for this next one, and then you're working into this loop there. So it was a chain 3 for the beginning and then chain 2 for the remainder of the actual V8 stitches. And this actually was a stitch I discovered a long time ago as a hidden pattern inside the Voynich manuscript, and I've shared lots of videos about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, but this is not one of them. 2, okay. So we need to make a total of 7 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops, I can't get into the 6. Chain 2, and that makes that to number 7. Okay, so then what we're going to do is make a chain of 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to work 2 of these treble crochet or double crochet stitches into the very end one there, and then the rest of them we're going to work 3 stitches in each of them until we get to the very end. So what I'm going to do to help, just to show you the little steps, I'm going to pause my video and then start it and pause it and keep doing that. So please bear with me, okay? I'm just going to get to the very end. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I've made it to the end. It does curve over slightly as you're doing it. So then in the very end, what we're going to do is we're going to work the 3 stitches like we have been doing normally for everything so far. Then you're going to do a chain 1, then back into the same loop space where we're actually working, and we'll do 3 more stitches. Then we're going to do chain 1 and then work back into exactly the same space. And then what we're going to do is work all the way down to the end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and I'll catch up when we get to the end just to show you how to finish off this particular section of it, okay? 1 minute. Okay, so I've made it to the very end. So you're going to do 3 stitches in the very end. There. Do a chain 1 and then work 3 more stitches. Like that. Do a chain 1 and then you're going to slip stitch or single crochet to join into the top of the 3rd chain just there, and then pull your tail end through. I've actually left quite a long tail end on that one. So that is going to look like that. Okay, so because we need to make 2 things, and we're going to, the second one, we're going to join it together as we go along. So what I've done is I've already done the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I've got my 7 of my V8 stitches. So then what you do is you do a chain of 3, 2, 3, just like you would be doing on the first side. Do your 2 stitches. Now what we're going to do is we're going to join as we go along. Now it doesn't matter which way round you actually, well it does, you've got, this has got to be, that's the front and that's the back, but it doesn't matter which end you start at. So remember, this is the V8 that we've already worked into, and we've already worked into this one, so we're actually going to be joining here. So it's right just there, not up this one, just there. That's where you need to join, and you're going to slip stitch to join, and then you're going to then work into the next V8 stitch little loop space along. So you do that, and then you're going to then slip stitch in between the 3 posts of the first piece that you've made. You're going to keep doing that till you get to the end. I'll show you what we do when we get to the end. Okay, so I've made it to this point here. You can see it's curved over. That's perfectly normal. That is what's going to happen to yours. And then you're going to work 3 stitches into the end V8 stitch, into that nice loop that we've got there. Excuse me. Then we're going to slip stitch into the chain 1 space, chain 1, then work back into your actual loop just there. 2 and 3. Then we're going to slip stitch into the, sorry, I went way off camera. Slip stitch into there, chain 1. Now I'm going to just work. Now be careful, you don't work, your tail ends can get in the way there. So when you've done this one, I do suggest that you actually get your tail ends and pull them out of the way. So I'm just going to just slip stitch that piece to there, so that's in the right place. Oh no, I've gone in. Yeah, that looks like I've gone wonky there. There, I think I have gone wonky. Try that one again. So slip stitch in between the posts there, so that's better. To the next one down there, so we're matching everything up. And then you would then work into the next one along, and you're going to keep doing that. So you work into the V8 stitch, slip stitch into the piece that you've already made, and yes, it's going to look a bit wobbly and a bit wonky. Don't worry, I'm just going to work to the very end, and then I'll carry on and show you what we need to do next. Okay, so I've made it to the end. So in the end, we're going to work the 3 stitches just like we did before. We're going to slip stitch into the chain 1 space, chain 1, then you fold that little bit over there like that, just to be able to make sure you can get into there to do the last 3 stitches, and make sure you don't catch hold of the piece that you're joining to. And lost my tension there. And slip stitch into that chain 1 space, chain 1, and then you're going to slip stitch to the 3rd chain to join. And we will just cut off that in there and pull that tail in through. So your piece looks like this. So so what you need to do is you need to give it a good pull. You can see how strong this is. This is lovely if you want to add this onto your little bags and things that you're crocheting. And then you can just tidy the actual stitches up. You just give them a little poke and a squidge around. So what you're going to need to do, so these 2 tail ends, look, I've already come through that hole there. But these tail ends, because these are where I finished, they need to be sewn. I'll just show you on one side just quickly, because I'm conscious of time. For, as I said, I was going to try and do them in little sort of 10-minute slots, and we've got an extra bit to do yet. So you just go over this. It's like a whip stitch over. Then what I've did is I came underneath the stitches, just there, and then you want to come out into that middle section there. So when you do the opposite side, you're going to come in and come through, but you want to make sure they come through. So you've got 2 lots of tail ends coming out of one end and 2 out the other. Let me just get my other ones that I finished to show you. So they're going to look like that. So your tail ends are coming out, and what you want to see is like the pretty wibbly wobbly side. This one's the sort of straighter side. Then you're going to get both of your tail ends and thread them onto your needle, and you're going to get, wherever it is, the back piece. Right, so this is the back piece. So this is the outer piece, this is the inside. So what we want to do is we want to get the outside piece, and so you're going to make sure because you need to be joining, so you need to make sure you've got access to this last round. So don't make it go beyond there when you're trying to join it. Try and make sure that your corner is fitting onto the there. So I just hold mine and just put your needle through. Don't worry about the actual, as long as that's in one place there, and then just come up. You're not going to worry about what your stitching looks like on the opposite side. And because so that's one, because it's film number 4 of Captain America, I thought we'll do 4 stitches. So you do these really nice and tight, because at the end of the day, this is going to be something that people are going to play with. They're going to throw it around potentially and have fun with it. So we definitely want to make sure we've done it at least 4 times. And then you'll come through the other side, you'll have your little loop that you can go in there, and you just want to make sure that that's sort of kind of tied into a knot at the back there. And then your tail ends, don't worry about sewing those in, but you can just trim them off so that they're going to stay tucked in nicely, okay? And don't worry about where this end is neither. So you want to make sure this bit is going to fit on the other side, so that's nice and neat as well. Okay, so I'm going to just make sure that the corner is definitely not going beyond that piece there. Put my needle through, and then you start sewing. So, and then when you do the opposite side, obviously you want to try and make sure that they're nice and straight and you've got a good gap in between. Yeah, make sure that that's going to sit there. Okay, so you're going to do both of those. Then I'm going to join you in the next video. So the next video I'm going to show you the joining method of being able to join it together. We're doing the star last because I learned my lesson the hard way around. So this is just one of the other cushions. So by adding the star on first, it didn't give it the right stretchability to be able to keep my circle a circle. So that's the top tip there. So this is making the actual handles, the back handles, okay, for the actual Captain America shield. So I shall see you in part 3. Thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to say hit the like button, smash the subscribe button. Apparently that makes it go up in the algorithm. Who knows? Thank you, bye.